What's up, everybody? It's Jeremy from Starcher Systems, and today we finally got another Reflex track review for you guys. I know I took a couple weeks off, but the community really hasn't been that active, and I didn't want to keep going further and further down on the Reflex Central website to try to find a track, so I took a couple weeks off here. But we do have a new release for you guys today. It's going to be a national. But I'm going to run my Honda because 4 or 5 laps. Let's just do 5. But yeah, I'm going to run my Honda because it's a little bit of a, like, almost hybrid. I don't know. It's like really tight, but I don't know, it's like got big jumps, and I don't know, it's a weird track to try to explain, so why not just show you guys? But anyways, the track name is Lake Valley MX, and it's by Monster 704. And the description, he left a little like backstory to it. It's kind of funny. If you guys want to check that out, be sure to do that. But, yeah, right off the bat, like, there's a lot of sand on this track, and you guys know how I feel about sand. Not that big of a fan of it, but whatever. And I've only done a few laps on this track, so I'm going to be pretty bad at it. But as you guys can see, like, there's been 2 sand sections already, and I'm not even halfway done with the track. But this track right here, it reminds me of like the Headshake Hills and the Grasslands tracks that had been released as DLC for Reflex. But it also reminds me of like the Indiana National. I don't know why, but I just get that Indiana like feel to it. I think it's because like you're weaving in and out of trees all the time, and there's some pretty big jumps. So that may be it, but I can't really pinpoint it. I don't know. It's weird. But like, he did a few unique things, like that jump right there, there's like a dozer under it, so you have to jump it. I mean, it's not a difficult jump by any means, but like, it's just that little stuff like that that's, I don't know, I find it pretty cool that he took the time to do that. And, right here, straight ahead, you see that truck is crashed. That's supposed to be the pit area. That's part of the backstory that he had, written out. Like, I don't know, I just think that's really cool. But the start, obviously I hit the start clean that time because I knew what it was going to do, but the first time that I hit the start, or went down the start straight, I was pretty confused on which way to go. I went to the right, but you're supposed to go to the left. So that's one thing that I don't like about it is it looks like it leads to the right, but it really leads to the left. I don't know. It's not that big of an issue. Like I said, it was my first time going down the start straight. So obviously now I know that it's to the left. I don't know. I don't really have a whole lot to say about this track. It's, I mean, fun, obviously. I really enjoy it. I've only done a few laps, but I'll try to get a little bit more in depth here. I wish I could whip. I used to be able to whip so good in this game. Now I'm just like dirt. Alright, yeah, another thing that I don't like, I kind of just like forgot about it, is in some of these corners, oh, okay. Rip. In some of these corners, there's a lot of ruts. This one's not, that one's not bad, but like, I'll show you on this little like single here. Actually, like you can tell right here, and like obviously on this little single, like there's a lot of ruts, and I don't feel like there needs to be that many ruts. So that's one thing that I don't really like about the track, because ruts in this game are either hit or miss. There's no like happy medium, and a bunch of little ruts like that kind of, I don't know, it makes the track more difficult than it needs to be, I guess. So I don't know, that's just one thing that I don't really necessarily enjoy about the track, but it's not something that's like makes or break the track, you know. The track is still fun, like I said. And that outside right there and that last corner is pretty much useless. Oh boy. I wish he would have made that a little bit more of a viable line for people to take. But oh well. But like, okay, those ruts right there, I know I botched that inside line. You can actually like rail that inside rut. Like the ruts that he actually like built really well, the ones that don't have like a bunch of ruts with them, he made really well. So I guess that's kind of an upside with the ruts here. This jump always fakes me out, and I even scrubbed that time and I still almost overjumped it. Well, I guess I did overjump it, but almost like off the track. But like, see, in this corner, there's just way too many ruts. I mean, it didn't really affect me, but I don't know, just something that I don't really think is necessary. But one thing that I do like about this track is there's a pretty like good balance between like where you open it up on the track and like there's big jumps and everything, but then there's also, you know, a good balance of where you gotta like slow it down a little bit, and you know, it almost turns into like a supercross type deal. That's why I said it kind of feels like a hybrid track more than a national, like a complete national. But yeah, I like the balance that he put into the track. And it's also really rideable. Like, I only did like maybe 3 laps before I started recording this. But I mean, obviously I'm not amazingly fast. But I mean, I can get around the track fairly quick with no problem at all. So I like the fact that he made it rideable. Like, you don't have to spend a bunch of time on the track just to get one good lap. Oh! Was I really that close? Whatever. But like, see that rut right there that he actually built? It's really rideable, and once you get into it, you're pretty much stuck in it, which is really nice. Once again, I say this in all my videos, I'd like to see how like these ruts and like the track alone just like holds up with, you know, more than like one person on the track, like maybe a 5-person race. I'd like to see how the track kind of holds up, because especially like with the way that this track looks, I'm assuming it deteriorates just as bad as like Grasslands and Headshake Hills did, because those tracks got really rough with a lot of people racing on it. So that's why I feel like I should be doing not track reviews with multiple people, but like just racing with multiple people. But the problem with that is I usually record the day of the video release, and I don't really have that much time to, you know, get somebody in a like a private match and actually like test it out. So it is what it is. I mean, I'm not upset about it or anything. I don't know why, but that jump is really, really fun to me. I like the jumps where it's like step up, but like you can scrub it and get really close to the landing with like your front tire or back tire or whatever before you land. I like those kind of jumps. I don't know why. Alright, we're on our last lap here. But yeah, overall this track is really, really fun. I don't know if I've reviewed one of Monster's tracks before. I've done quite a bit of them, so I'm not 100% sure. But he's got some talent. There's no getting around that. This track is really well built. You know, there's only a few things that I don't like about it, but you know, that's just personal preference on my end. You know, somebody else may like all the ruts in the corners and the sand sections that he put out, but no, the track is very, very well built, and it seems like he put a lot of time into it because the environment looks really good as well. And you know, I'm all about the little things here, with like the environment and stuff going on around the track, not so much as on the track. I don't think I hit the right side of this section once in the video, but the left side is probably the way to go, and it's more fun. You get that big booter. Oh yeah, one quick other thing. It's not a big deal, but it's something that maybe he could fix on future tracks. Some of the transitions on the jumps are iffy. They're not super smooth, and I don't know how I feel about that. Once again, if the track gets rough, like how is that going to hold up? But other than that, you know, not too many complaints about the track, so 2 thumbs up to Monster on this track here. He did a very good job on it. So if I had to give it a rating, as I'm finishing up here, if I had to give it a rating, I'd do like a 7.5, maybe an 8 out of 10 here. Overall fun track. So thank you, Monster, for the track, if you're watching. But that's going to do it for this week's track review, guys. If you enjoyed it, leave it a like, comment on the video, let me know what you think of the track if you played it. And as always, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Peace.